There we go. But I know there's some people who are not able to hop on live. So anyway, happy Thursday. I hope you guys all had a good day. Took my children snowboarding today, so I'm exhausted. I forgot how tiring it is to ski all day. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't think I've skied in like almost 15 years. But I wanted to start today with our Success Club recognition, first of all. So wait, is Mandy here yet? Yes, she is. Mandy Beach is leading the pack at Success Club 12. Girl, crushing it. I am so freaking proud of you. That's like amazing. So Mandy, you are up there at the top. Erica reached Success Club 2. Erica is at SC5. Jen is at 4. Maria is at 2, but about to be at 4. Jenna Lindros, I don't know if she's on. She is at 2. Sarah is at 2. Ashley is at 2. And then is Jenna here? Jenna's not here. Her new coach, her name is, I think, Mare. I'm not really sure how you pronounce her name, but she is also at Success Club 2. So you guys, that's great. And we recognize that February is a short month and it's, you know, not the easiest month. But you know what? There's no month that's really ever easy to hit Success Club. So I don't think that any of us should ever go into the month expecting that any of them are going to be easy. I was actually listening to a call from Christina Delgado right before this call, and she was like, guys, this is a job. Like, as much as we love it, and it's something that brings us a lot of joy and that we're passionate about, it's still a job. Like, it's still going to require work every single month to reach our goals. And it doesn't just happen for any of us. I'm not at my goal yet. My goal is always SC10, and I'm at 6 right now. So I am for sure going to be hustling for the rest of the month to get to 10. You know, and that's just the nature of the game. And so as long as you can be consistent and show up with those business building activities every day, you can make things happen. And I actually too, I have a lot of things that I found from Christina Delgado's call that I can share with you guys. But one thing that I think that we all need to be focusing on, along with, you know, bringing in our new challengers and stuff like that, is if you really want to build a business, and I know a lot of you are in Diamond Push Threads right now, which is really, really exciting. We also need to be focusing on bringing in new coaches. And that is always nerve-wracking for all of us, I think, because for a lot of reasons. I think we think, I don't even know how to teach a new coach how to coach. I don't really know what I'm doing yet, but guess what? That's fine. Like, Erica and I started together. I had no freaking clue what I was doing. But she and I just did it together. And I don't think you ever need to portray that you have it all figured out before inviting other people to do it with you. I apologize for the lots of screaming that's probably going to happen during this when you have 4 little girls here about to be 5. So anyway, Christina shared with us, I'm going to share my screen really quickly. If I can, yeah, can you please do that, Addie? Thanks, that'd be great. Now I don't know how to share my screen. Oh, there we go. Man, you'd think I'd be better at this by now. Okay, get rid of this. So Christina shared this What is Coaching template that she uses for her coach sneak peeks. So that's something that we should all kind of get used to doing too. You know, whether you do them on Zoom or in a Facebook group or something like that, getting used to presenting the opportunity and talking about it in your stories, I think, is really important. Talking about the fact that you are going to be sharing about coaching, you know, if you're interested in learning more about it, here's, you know, I'm going to be having a call on Wednesday night or whatever it may be. But I think a lot of times we shy away from that because we're like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what I would do on that call. I don't know how to lead one of those calls. She shared this whole template with all of these different slides. So now she usually runs her sneak peek, she said, with 3 other people. So there's like before and afters of all 4 of them there. But she has the whole thing here of what she talks about. And she said it kind of helps guide as you're doing that talk. So I will share that I'll share that in our team page. And the other thing that I love that she shared is this new coach fast start checklist. See if I can make it a little bit bigger. It's just one page that this is what she gives her new coaches. And she said it eliminates, sometimes when you hear coaches say like, oh, I feel overwhelmed, it eliminates all of the overwhelm because it's all on one page and there's things that you can click and you can customize this checklist for yourself too. So anyway, I can share all of this, but my point being, don't shy away from inviting to coaching for fear that you don't know how to get somebody started. So we can have all these systems in place to help new coaches get started. But those of you who are really wanting to build a business, it's important to find coaches to work this with you too. So you're not like a one-man show. So that's all the stuff that I just found from Christina that I wanted to share quickly. Next thing that I wanted to ask on here, and I'll also ask in our team page, who is going to Summit this year? Okay, Jess, Jen, Erica, Ashley, Maria, me, 6. Okay, I think 6 of us on here. That's awesome. I think maybe Marley, there might be 2 more, Sarah possibly, 8. That's amazing. What I do want to say, I've only been, yes, I thought Sarah and Marley were going. Okay, thanks, Jess. So it's 8 of us right there, but you can still get a ticket. There is still time. I've only been once. Erica was there once. Maria, you were there once, right? And it's incredible. Like the whole atmosphere there is amazing. And I think for all of us as a team to be able to come together is an incredible opportunity too. It is, Mandy, July, is it the 14th to the 17th? I think 13th to the 17th. Yeah. I was going to say, it's always like mid-July there. Now I'm blank. It's St. Louis, right? All of a sudden my mind went blank. It's like, oh my God, where is it this year? St. Louis. Yes. So there is still time to get a ticket for this year. And I just want to encourage you guys, if you're able to get a ticket and come, even if you just come Friday and Saturday, you don't have to come the whole time if you can't, but I think that it would be something really cool to do. And for all of us to be able to get together, I think will be an amazing opportunity. And then, okay, let me see if there's anything else about that. I think is there anything else about events and anything, Erica?
Can you hear me? I'm on my phone because my computer's dead. I don't think, other than being at an event really helps you put your vision, like get your vision like really clear, and gives you that like reassurance and that reinvigoration of why we're doing this in the first place. I know when I went in, it was 2019, because I was pregnant, it was just like this light bulb, this click went off that like, okay, I really want to do this. Mm-hmm. So the energy, it's really important to get to a live event. And the only other thing would be when we talk about our Diamond live or retreat that we're planning in May. So
yes, totally agree with that. And I think that sometimes it can get we're just used to working at home from our computers, right? It's just us all the time. And so to be in a place where we're all doing the same thing, we all have the same mission, and being like, wow, like, look how many of us there are, like, look how many lives we can change. It really does make a difference. It's so different than when you're just, of course, sitting at home, like, okay, I'm doing my invites again, I'm doing all this thing. To be in that space, it really lights a fire under you. So yes, that was the other thing we wanted to talk about, was our Diamond retreat that we're going to have. So we had one last year. We're going to do it in the same place, which is Bedford Springs, Pennsylvania, at a like spa resort. It was so much fun. And it's so nice and relaxing there. We got massages, we went on hikes, I don't know, just we're crazy. I don't know, dancing that's when Let's Get Up came out. So we were doing the Let's Get Up workouts in the front lawn with all these old people on their rocking chairs, like watching us. It was pretty incredible. But we're going to do it again. We went in May last year, and I think we're going to shoot for May again this year. We were looking at the third weekend in May, like the 21st. So we would be going just for that weekend. So that will be for anybody that hits diamond by the end of quarter 1. So at the end of March. Oh gosh, you remember my stories on that. Yes. I mean, speaking of stepping out of your comfort zones and things that I never would have done a couple of years ago, but we went there. I'm like, why the heck not? And everybody was so like, they were cheering for us. They're like, oh, good job, girls. You look great. Do we though? Do we? But thanks. So yeah, we're going to do that the third weekend in March. If you hit diamond by the end of, or the third weekend in May, if you hit diamond by the end of March, which is the end of quarter 1, you are eligible to come to that. We will pay for you to come, get a massage, have food, have delicious food, all the things. And then we have other things too for, within our own Diamond Push Threads, different incentives that we're doing, but that's the big Team Stronger Together wide incentive that we have right now. And then the other thing I want to say, which I've said to my Diamond Push group, is don't ever discount yourself from any goal in this business. I know that I did when I first started. I thought all of these big goals were like for those people. That was actually something Christina Delgado talked about. So she's a top coach in the network. She ended number 9 this year in the whole network. I love her. She spoke at our new leader conference and she was amazing, but she said, pushing for 15 star was never something that she wanted to, she didn't think she'd be able to do it. And then she did it. She's 15 star now in 2 different business centers, which I can't even fathom. However, she then went for that. Then she said, oh, top 10, that's never anything I can do. But then she went for it. And she's like, you know what, me going for it showed my coaches that guess what? Anybody can do this. If you want to make it happen, anybody can do it. And I was telling my people, Diamond is my personally sponsored coaches, that Diamond is truly a decision. If you decide you're getting there and you want to make it happen, you will make it happen. You don't need to wait for a launch. You don't need to wait for anything, because truly the cool thing about this business is you can launch anything anytime you want. You can't do the new programs, but you can. I'm doing 21 Day Fix right now, and there are people that jumped in that have never done it before. So if you're excited about it, you launch it whenever the heck you want to launch it. But the important thing is to always have something that you're inviting to in your stories, in your personal invites with lead generators. Like if you're doing stories and just showing like, okay, I worked out today, here's my shake today, that's just kind of like, okay, good for you. If you're not bringing people in, showing them how they can jump in and join you, that's what you really need to do, is really talk about how they can get in and do this with you. And you can do, any program, anytime. So always know what you're inviting to is really, really important. And every single one of you on here can be Diamond. Absolutely.
I was gonna say.
Oh, you have something to add? Please do. Addie has something to add. No. Okay. And then the next thing, so speaking of knowing what we're inviting to, the 4-week gut protocol is coming out in March. I'll be honest, I haven't decided exactly when I'm doing it. I'm doing it for sure. I'm actually very excited about it. I've never done anything like that before. It sounds like it's kind of an elimination diet type thing to kind of see what your food sensitivities could be, which I think is so interesting, and I can't wait to do it. I just don't know when I'm going to start exactly. We're going to Punta Cana for the Success Club trip, like March 19th to the 23rd. I feel like it maybe launches on the 19th or somewhere right around then. So I'm probably going to start it in April. But I'm already thinking, okay, what are we doing in March? So Erica and I were talking about it for our group. We're going to do book club again because people love a theme. So when you don't necessarily have a new fun program that you're going to be launching, I actually am not even sure. Like I'll probably go into 21 Day Fix from 21 or to Fix Extreme. But anyway, my main thing that I'm going to be inviting to is my fitness group, my supportive community, and we're going to be doing this book club too. People love book club. I love book club. And so if you find a book you're excited to read, and then we're just going to meet once a week for a month. So for days of the month we will meet and chat. And that's just another fun thing to bring people in. Cause I know that when I started, that was something that like enticed me. Amber was having a book club. I was so pumped for it. I bought the book. I was just so excited to talk about the book. So it's the little things, you know, or even an incentive. If you're pushing for a big goal, always think about incentives you can give. When we were down at the retreat in Florida, Emily Coldiron talked about, which I've heard this story before, but I love it. But she said the big thing that drew her in was a tank top. And she was like, I wasn't going to do it. And then Amber was like, you know, anybody that signs up by Friday gets a tank top. And she was like, you know what? I'm all in. I'm in for it. So you don't know. And now Emily Coldiron, she's a 2-star diamond plus who wasn't even going to try it. And then was like, a tank top. Okay. So, definitely think about those incentives that you can kind of help people get over the hump. And really it's just about bringing them in, because once they're in and they see your environment, you know, they see your group and they see how supportive it is, then they're really getting, you know, what they came in for. To the book club. Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Invite. We got to, Erica has the book. What is the book called that we're doing, Erica? I need to order it.
Shit. Charlie,
That's
what's
okay.
that book called?
That's okay.
Hold on a minute.
No worries. Erica, so Charlie and Erica are both reading this book that she was like, oh my gosh, we have to read this. Charlie was loving it too. So
It's called Can't Hurt Me. And it's about this man who grew up in a really, really hostile environment and was very overweight, and he just it's a mindset based, and how he lost like 100 pounds in 3 months and did all these crazy things, and it's mindset based. And so I thought it would be good for, and we don't have to do that one. It was just,
no, I think it sounds great.
really,
Maria
really
said it was really good.
interesting.
Wait, Hillary, you read it too? Maria and Hillary, you guys both read it? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I have not, and I have not heard of it. So I think that sounds fun. So we're going to do that for March. So again, finding something that makes you excited. And if you want to do like book club with us, please do. If you want to invite to that, I think the more people on book club, the better. Because it's also like, if you're just sitting there and nobody's engaging, I start feeling like super uncomfortable. And I'm like, oh my gosh, someone else talk to.
Yeah, I think this book will be from what, I mean, Charlie just kept talking to me about it after he was reading it. And so I think it'll be good for
conversation,
you know, for talking and conversation. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
And that could even be an incentive. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, anyone that signs up by, you know, the weekend, I will throw in the book for you. You know, that's even something.
That's a good one.
So
that's a good idea. Yes. I need some incentive ideas too, because I was thinking that I'm like, okay, I need to get my last 4 points nailed down here. So yes, love that. And
then I just wanted to add to Jess about, and Jen, I'm sure you can talk about this too, like getting to a retreat too, like Summit, anyone can go to, which is awesome. And you're going to love it if you go there. But like getting to one of these more intimate retreats where you earned it and you can be there and you can see that, like sometimes when you're not there, you know, it can be kind of like that. Oh, that's for them, not for me. Like I couldn't do that. But when you get there and you meet these people, at least our team anyway, like from Amber down, like everyone is just so normal and down to earth. And like, no one is special in the sense of like, this job isn't just happening for anybody. Like these people are working and making it their, you know, a priority. And then when you go and you see these people, you're like, oh, they're just like, you know, whatever their circumstance is, they are just like the rest of us. So there's just something about a retreat, like you've got it. And truly the other thing is like, you don't have to be like this 50-star diamond to earn this. Like it's diamond. And I'm telling you, once you get there, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I could have gotten here. And even I think about that all the time. I could have gotten there so much sooner if I would have just changed my mindset. So anyway, getting to these retreats and things, it just is a game changer.
Yes, totally agree. My first one definitely changed the game for me. That one, I was again telling my PCs this the other day, but they when Amber asked me to push for Diamond, I had like Erica as a coach and Mike, and that might be it. And she was like, okay, so you just have to get there by Thanksgiving. So it was September at this point. And I was like, that's really close to right now. She's like, you got that. You can totally do it. Like, I want you at the retreat. And then she told me all about the retreat and she showed me all the pictures of the retreat. And then I got like in my head, like, well, I do want to go there. And then I pushed for it. And it was not easy. I would never say that pushing for Diamond is like simple, but it's just doing the work, and it's inviting people to the preferred customer opportunity instead of just, you know, a regular customer. You know, and getting emeralds in different ways, usually with a spouse account and sometimes a close friend or a family member, but it's totally, totally doable. And it is very, very worth it to go to these retreats, like Erica said. And the other cool thing is, like, with the exception of Amber, who does this full time. Well, there are some people, but not many on our team that do this full time. You know, everybody has a million other things going on. So I think it's also really easy to see other people's stories, and especially top coaches, where you're like, well, clearly they can do it. They have all the time in the world. And then you're meeting them in person and you realize how many millions of things they have going on too. We were talking the one day when we were down there, and we were realizing that the majority of us down there had 3 or more children, 3, 4, or 5. So it just goes to show that, like, if you can put that amount of time in every day, and we're saying like an hour a day, 5 days a week, that's not much time. That's not much time. But most people don't get to that level because they aren't willing to consistently put in that time. And those that do and can be really intentional with the time they spend on their business, then you can absolutely build a business. And there are several of Amber's top coaches who are still working full time. So it's just about a matter of prioritizing it. But yes, the retreats, they're so fun. And me and Jen and Erica, the whole time we were down there, we're like, oh my gosh, how cool will it be when so many more of our team members are down there too. I know my first one, it was just me, and now it's like me, Jen, and Erica, and there's going to be more of you there next year. And we cannot wait for you to meet everyone else and just be pampered for a couple days. Like, go to this place where you don't have to pay to stay in this beautiful house. You don't have to pay for your food. You just hang out and learn from each other and mastermind. And we had trainings, and then we would go to the beach and kind of talk through, how do you do this and how do you do that? And then we of course talked about life, and it's just awesome. It's awesome. So I can't say enough good things about the retreats. What else? Does anybody have any like specific questions or anything? Looking at the comments, sorry. Okay. All right. I also have, so I am going to share that What is Coaching template. I am going to share the new coach checklist so that none of you are nervous to invite people to coach with you. Like I said, you don't need to pretend you're an expert. You don't need to pretend that you are making millions of dollars. You just need to share authentically why you love coaching. Why are you coaching? Why are you here? Share that with other people and invite them to do it with you. And then you'll have these steps to get them started. Because that's really usually the thing when you're pushing a diamond, when you're pushing to any kind of goal, it's always like, well, what about those working coaches? How am I going to find working coaches? Once you have that confidence that you know how to help them, once they decide to start working, it gives you more confidence to invite more people, I think. So, all right, guys, I think that's about all we've got. We have like, now we have other adults here. I don't even know who. Okay. They're trying to whisper. I can hear them. Okay. I'm going to take a picture really quick and I'll let you guys go. All right. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thank you for hopping on, guys. I'm going to put that stuff in our team page now so I don't forget. Have a fantastic night and we'll talk to you soon.